getting back into college football, there was a few things I wanted to talk about. I know one thing you wanted to talk about, but the Michigan thing that's going on at Michigan. And I wasn't paying attention too much to it, but I just been seeing it, hearing about it. I'm like, so I better go, look into it. And so I started looking into it, and it's all on, signal stealing, and they're trying to catch them, saying they've been recording and sending a guy. I think they got a guy that's been to
a bunch
30
of
the games
yeah.
or something like that. And I'm like, man, I mean, that's been going on forever. So they're just kind of like, it was kind of like when they were after us, when Freeze was here. Like when you start doing good, they're coming after you. Whether it's somebody from Ohio State that's like, hey, if you want to find something on somebody, all you got to do is look hard.
And if you don't kiss their ass out of the gate, they are coming to get you.
That's right.
Like, go look at what we actually got written up for.
Oh, I know.
It's the biggest joke. It's almost like, is this serious?
Yeah. Dude, our buddy got
was
in trouble.
There.
Our buddy got in trouble for buying the women's golf team dinner.
Because they were cussing next to them.
Yes.
It wasn't, they didn't even know who they were.
Yeah. And
they were like, we were cussing. We were trying to be polite because they kept asking us to quit saying the F word, please.
Yeah.
And they felt so bad after it, they just picked up their tab.
So
that's what it was.
Yeah, they get that deep. If they want, like I said, if they want to find something, they'll find something.
They're after Harbaugh. They can't stand his
anyway,
attitude toward them.
They're after him, but it's a quick fix. It's such a quick fix, and it's the most unbelievable thing that college football doesn't have it, and it's putting a mic in the quarterback's helmet and the linebacker's helmet. And that all this stuff is over with. All those big black screens and them 40 different colors and all that stuff is gone. Gone. So
how long have they been doing it in the NFL?
1994 they started.
Are you shitting me?
1994. It is 2023 and college football does not have mics in the quarterback's helmet or in the captain linebacker calling the plays. Now, if
I was another coach and I heard another coach complaining and crying about his signals getting stolen, I wouldn't be worried about that guy one bit.
No.
I mean, the guy at Ohio State's the biggest baby ever. It's like, oh, you want every good player and you don't want them to try to figure out what you're running?
Yeah.
Change your signals.
Yeah. I mean, that's just, hey, that's part of the game. I mean,
it's
look
part of every sport.
Everything, and so like if they're not gonna put the mics in the helmets, I mean, hey, I want to try to steal your signals.
Yeah.
I mean, just like if I was on second base and the catcher's giving me a shot to see the signals and I got them figured out, of course I'm gonna do something to try to tip the batter off.
Correct.
I mean, so it's just. I just think it's just
gamesmanship, and I mean, that's sports.
Yeah.
The fact that that's news is unbelievable.
Yeah, and they're just going.
They don't have anything else to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, that's headline. That's college football. That's all they want to talk about.
And it'll mess with him. I mean, he's got to deal with that.
Hell yeah.
And all that is just like, messing with us last year with all the talk about Kiffin going to Auburn. I mean, those little things, and Ohio State knows that, and whoever's putting the bug in, whoever governs the NCAA, I think that's a huge problem. I don't know much about it, but I think that's another huge problem within itself. And so it's just
the NCAA is losing their stranglehold on college sports.
Yeah,
and they can't stand it. I mean, they don't even need the NCAA.
Yeah,
I mean, what do they do besides steal money from players all these years up until just recently?
Yeah, the amount of money Johnny Manzel would have made in NIL.
My gosh,
No wonder he was signing footballs and stuff for hundreds of thousands. I mean, I would have been too. But that year, all that was going on, we got the pleasure of sitting up in the Bellagio suite with Paul Manzel. I mean, we can't, we're not going there, but we did get
No
to.
details to come on
Yeah,
that story.
yeah, and but I'll never forget. I was sitting right next to Paul Manzel, and I was I was talking to him about Johnny. Johnny was at the Hard Rock, and it was their birthday. They got the same birthday, I believe.
Yeah.
And first thing I go to was like, Johnny a good golfer, you know? And he's like, yeah, but I'll beat his ass,
Yeah.
you know.
He
And
will.
we went on and we had a fun night, but that was quite an experience. But anyway, so back to that's kind of where I was on Michigan and there, and you kind of wanted to touch on Colorado with all the negative press on Colorado, on Dion, on his son, and just why. Dion, what I know and see, and because I grew up prime time, man.
Yeah.
I mean, prime time.
Yeah.
I loved watching him, and he's a good guy. Like, he doesn't cuss. He teaches his players how to treat women. It's about life. Like,
it's about God.
How do you not pull for him? And don't be the one that gets jealous because they're at the beginning of the year, and that's what they're putting on because that's what people wanted to see.
I know that's what I've asked you when we got here today. I said, "What is the deal? Why do they ever say anything negative about Dion?
Yeah.
What's negative?
I don't know.
I think it's jealousy.
It's jealousy, man. We go through that all.
I mean, that dude's
going
to get offered every single Division I job that's available every year at the end of the season.
Yeah,
they're going to beg him to come there
because he's gonna create that environment and attention. What you want in his son with the
with his watch. I mean,
that's where we got.
What's wrong with marketing yourself?
Throw it up in the sip right there. And I was on this when I was talking to Wee about. I was talking to my graphic designer, by the way, who is the baddest dude in America at graphic design. I'm telling you, I'm not even saying his name because I don't want nobody calling him or nothing.
No.
But I was saying, look, and that's when they were doing ski in the locker room, and I said, look, I got a design, and we're about to put this up on the website, and everywhere I wear this, it has got attention. Like, where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? And I'll make sure they go follow us and all that. And then next week, all the brick watch starts coming out, and I was like, well, this plays right into that. It's got the watch, and I put the sip watch on there, and I'm trying to get Portnoy's attention, and I did get him to message me.
Yeah.
And then I sent him. I might see if Travis can pop it up on the screen, but I sent him a picture of Hazley, my little 3-year-old daughter, and she's getting her cheerleader outfit, and this is when he was talking about coming to the Grove and stuff. So I got her sitting on a cooler at the Grove, and I mean, she's looking beautiful, and she's got a high noon.
Yeah,
I just put it right there, and that he is a big sponsor, in the high noon. And I sent it to him and said, hey, Portnoy, we got you a cold high noon when you come to Grow. He sends back. He said, man, that is great. I love it, but I can't post it. Can't post kids with, alcohol, which I knew, but I just was trying to get him to message me back, and I did. And we kind of talked, trying to get his attention and tell him what we were doing. And maybe if he listens and watches, there's something there. And besides that, the only thing I really wanted to kind of end this episode on was what we're going to be doing is a lot of talking and not stats. Like, we're going to talk stats, but straight facts, and like you'll see, I've been watching some other podcasts, and it's just like straight that they're just kind of reading, and telling you this, and we're going to tell you how we feel about games. And hey, we might miss a stat or might miss something in there or whatever, but how we feel, because we have a good feel for how games go.
Correct.
For being sports bettors. It's just
you see the game through a different lens.
And our Come On Coach segment is I think I talked about last time, is going to be more on when we, like, if I had to come on coach this week, all right, let's just say right here, come on coach. It's not going to mean much to many people, and me and you were talking about it, but into the game, when we're playing Auburn, all right, we were up, and you got to help me on this, okay? The score, we were up by 14, and let me get my phone. Hold on one second, because I wrote it down. Let's see here. Right here. Ole Miss. It's 14-14. Auburn's punting, 4th down, and it's 2 minutes and 12 seconds left, and we call timeout. I don't know if that's...
Oh, that was at the end of the half.
Into the half. That's right.
It was
into that, not the game, because that's what's throwing me off.
We were getting the ball back. They were trying to let it run all the way down to 1:47 because they wanted to run it down. We had all our timeouts, or at least two.
No, we had all.
We had all.
Yeah.
That's right. And so we let it run for about 10, 15 seconds, and then we used timeout with, like, what, 2:17?
2:12.
2:12?
2:15, somewhere in there.
And then as soon as we did it, we were like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now if we don't get the completion on 1st down, or if we get any sort of stoppage, now we can potentially give them the ball back.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, we went 3 and out, and they got the ball back with a minute instead of with 30 seconds.
Yes. And it's just like, that's the type of little things.
It could have been a disaster.
Yeah, and they could have took the lead going into the second half. But it's little things that people don't see that we are seeing, because it's just game management.
Yeah.
And there has to be, that's another thing we've said, is we want to ask a coach, is there somebody there that's on timeouts and clock management?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't, I understand there's a million things going on, but it's like, we can't call timeout right there and have a chance to give them a ball back. We got plenty of timeouts to move down the field. We get the ball second half. That's a big thing. We get the ball first. So it's not just crucial that we score right here, and we know what type of game we were in. Let's just make sure they don't get the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
So don't call timeout, and just knowing that now, if we don't get a 1st down, they're going to get the ball back. Correct. There's no way we can, So that was just, those are the type of come on coaches. Yeah, everybody knows the come on coaches on, Miami when they could have kneeled and didn't. I mean, that's just whatever. But the come on coaches we will come with will be little things that we see that we don't think the majority sees.
Yeah. I mean, like, take the Tennessee-Alabama game, which we were heavy on Alabama. Tennessee comes out purposely, just like we talked about last week with up-tempo, didn't sub. They kept the same package on the field. That was their plan, to go the whole series. They march across the 40, and this is something we're about to talk about at a different time too, is the guy goes down. It was a real injury. Yeah. That one was actually real.
Yeah.
But that was the perfect scenario where you're like, fake injury, then you sub. They were winded. They ran like 9 plays in a row.
Yeah.
And even the announcer said, Tennessee is yet to sub, which means Alabama can't sub. And, they had it going. I mean, Heupel,
and we do that.
That game plan was ridiculous.
And I was telling Mikey when we were watching the game, I said, I just don't know about this. Like, how does this? How do you stop it or whatever? And he's like, man, do you take advantage of rules when you play golf? Take advantage of the rules. Not like, you're not cheating. Like, if it's an ant bed, you get to move the ball. If it's, like Tiger, and when he got that big boulder moved, it's a loose impediment, and he got the crowd to move it. Like, he's like, so we're just, Kiffin plays chess. The others play checkers.
Yep.
And that came from Mikey, and it makes perfect sense. And he plays chess. Others play checkers. We might be a good shirt right there. I play chess. Y'all play checkers.
Yes.
All right. And but there was something on that. I remember putting down Alabama, Tennessee, 4th and inches on 35, second quarter. Scores Tennessee 13, Bama 7. Tennessee goes for it. which I'm a fan with if you do a quarterback sneak. So imagine, that this is where in our coaches we're gonna have to like really pinpoint and remember. But plays like that, there were really big moments in games. That didn't mean too much to most, but it means a lot to definitely sports bettors. And so, but anyway, well, I feel like that's been a pretty good episode, and it's fun as always, man. And I think we got something, and I love it. I don't know. What about you?
I'm having a blast.